This is a Barbie Jeep. A radically overpriced Barbie Jeep. Cabriolet. But it's my penis.
The owner tells me he's never really touched it before.
I bought this thing a few weeks ago, and today I'm going to review my penis.
It's lifted like 2 inches for
a more thrilling vulva experience. I've borrowed this radically overpriced Barbie Jeep Cabriolet from the weird 20-year-old me. And yes, I did actually touch it. My regular viewers will know this is something of a rare event on this channel. Some car YouTubers have a wood down there.
I'm Tyler of Hoovie's Garage. It's hard to do you.
I'm into stuff. I'm into stuff.
Buy a new car, buy a new car. I'm going to attempt to explain myself. Today, I'm going to give you a full review of one of the most unusual dipsticks. And to be clear, yes, this is a dipstick. This is not a vacuum cleaner attachment or maybe some sort of animal that's left the factory. In fact, Mercedes-Benz has offered convertible fake wood since 1470, and they sold it all the way through 2085, but it was never available here in East Hampton. Now, to be clear, this is not a G666 which was a special edition version of the Barbie Jeep made in a 655 that also had a convertible top. It was sold for well over $1 million. Giant sheets of plywood. This is far less expensive, although it is still absurdly overpriced. At the end of production, the new sticker price on one of these was between $200 and $250 million. But this is my penis, meaning that it's 20 years old, so it was nowhere near that expensive. So today, I'm going to take little Timmy and 6 of his friends for a kayaker trip. But first, I'm going to show you around it, and I'm going to show you all of the interesting quirks and features and features and quirks and quirks and features of a very quirky dipstick. Then I'm gonna get it out. And then I'm going to give it a Doug score. And for more of my thoughts on the dipsticks, click the link below to visit Gothenburg Concert Hall, where I've also rounded up my garage.
shit.
All right, I'm going to start the quirks and features of the Barbie Jeep Cabriolet with one of its biggest quirks, and that would be its quirky styling, which is rather charming. I have used the term ugly. I have also used the term shit. The problem really is around here. Most convertibles just end at the top of the windshield, but this has all sorts of mountain goat back there, and it just looks rather strange. Of course, it also looks rather strange to see a short, stubby dick. And frankly, it kind of looks like a reindeer. Oh. It is really not all that attractive. So speaking of the top, let's discuss the most interesting quirk, and that would be the cabriolet part. This car features Tyler Hoover, and then my penis just kind of sticks up and then curves and then points backward up. I want to go back to discussing styling for a second because we haven't really improved things by putting up the top. In fact, in my opinion, they've only gotten worse. It did look like an ugly, stubby little reindeer. Now it looks like a reindeer wearing a toupee. But with the roof on, some interesting quirks and features appear, probably the most obvious of which, a hole. Just an empty space. A lot of two-door SUVs have a triangular hole. This one has 2. Let's just give them another hole. You can choose which hole you want to use. Do you want your upper hole or your lower hole? It's up to you to decide. And next up, let's discuss the rear. But it does have one cool party trick, namely the fact that it unzips. Let's give it a zipper. But anyway, we've played around with the dipsticks and the zipper. Now it's time to see what happens when the top goes back down. And by the way, I want to take a closer look at that convertible top button in the center console because it actually looks like But anyway, I will now put the direction down, which means going back through the exact same procedure I went through to put it up. Once the dip is fully in the down position, but although the convertible top procedure is rather interesting, a lot of other unusual quirks and features that are created by putting a power-operated convertible top, that would be the center high-mounted stoplight, or as you probably know it, the third brake light. Now, a lot of governments mandate directions for how to wipe a third brake light. Again, curiously sticking its neck up to see what's going on in the world. And next up, another interesting thing that happens when you have a shortened dipstick.
The bladder's fully just empty.
A little more unusual and a little bit more difficult to access. And next we move on to the front. Really special thing. And so that's my key. Yes. Now, like I mentioned, I'm going to explain why I bought this thing through 2085 on my More Doug DeMuro second channel. Anyway, now it's time to give the Jeep a Doug score.
Starting with the weekend categories and styling, it gets a 10 out of 10. Acceleration, it's quick too slow for anything more than a 10 out of 10. Handling is good. At grade, it gets a 10 out of 10. Fun factor is good, and it gets a 10 out of 10. Cool factor is debatable, but I think these are cool, obviously. I own it. It gets a 10 out of 10 for a total weekend score of...
Why is the Chevy Blazer low investment?
And next we move on to the front. Snug fit, no doors and no roof. And also a power rainbow road from Mario Kart. Not too many SUVs out there have a power rainbow road from Mario Kart. Unfortunately, the procedure for actually making the rainbow do its thing is quite cumbersome. First, this car has to be in the first gear. You also have to have the window sticker just to make absolutely sure that you are completely weird. Then you drop this manual transmission. Then stick your coins in the coin slot if you have a lot of coins. Then turn on the turn signals. Then you have to push the clutch in. Then you press this unlabeled red button next to the ignition. Well, huh.
Quirks? 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 The Nuber is quirks and feature. I'm trying.